Hi everyone, I'm Gaurav Pandey, your mentor, your friend, and your Gaurav here. Today I'll suggest you few points that probably be the best advice of your development career or your learning career. I've seen a lot of people, even while working for so many years, from my own experience, I'm telling you few points that everybody do mistakes, and that's why they are slow learner, they are slow coder. So I'll tell you the techniques tips today that how you can improve your coding journey, how you can improve your learning speed. Right? Because sometimes we learn a lot of things but not able to remember. So what are these fantastic techniques that we'll understand today? So let's begin with the video. We'll understand one by one. We'll understand one by one topics. Okay. The one thing is that how learn to learn. Important thing. Can any of you understand this word, how learn to learn? You must know that how we learn something new. How we learn something new, right? Because any of you have wonderful technique to learn something, you will be mastering that. First important thing. Again, here, if you want like the things, that I have observed from my patients and from my own experience. Students learn everything. They'll say, yes, sir, I understood everything. Students learn 100% in lecture. They say yes, sir. And the truth is that they understand hardly 60 to 80%. Okay. But they say yes, sir, means they are 100%. But what happens after a week, the knowledge becomes hardly 5 to 10%. First problem, because they don't know how to learn to learn. Okay. Second problem, what happens? They start with high energy, like the same way you get a new notebook, you start with writing a lot of things. I'll make a note, a complete detailed note, but that you never complete, right? That you never complete. So the thing is that what will happen, you start with energy but never ends, right? So never ending or completing something, never ending. Again, difficult to remember. Once you learn, it's difficult because you keep learning the things. Difficult to learn. And the third thing, the last thing is that wrong approach. Wrong approach to consume the content. And you must know that where you need to stop. You must know that where you need to stop. Where you need to stop. Means yes, there's also one stopping point for learning as well. Everybody says like learning should be continuously and it's keep running. But I will say you must know where you need to stop. Okay, so these are the four things that will master you, that will tell you that how you can learn the new things. First thing is that be honest with yourself. If you're learning from somewhere, then give the positive or negative, whatever the feedbacks you have. Utilize these resources completely, either in the class, either in the tutorials, either in the live, anywhere, anywhere you're learning. Second thing is that like your resources, whatever you're learning, that becomes never ending when you need to stop. Why? Because you never finish. Always remember, whenever you are taking a lecture, whenever you are taking a you're learning from a tutorial, make short notes. So I'll tell you, like, make short notes every day. Short notes. It's a barking thing. I've already tested on more than hundreds of students with you know really amazing results. So make short notes and revise these short notes in morning for hardly 20 minutes. Okay. And then do a weekly revision. Trust me, this approach, this particular approach will give you a confidence, will give you, understandability that you will never forget the content. Never means it will stay for a very longer time. Again, difficult to understand. Always remember, when you start learning something new, do not learn completely, then practice. What you will do, you learn one topic, okay, and then practice one. So simple as this. Learn one topic. Let's say I'm learning HTML and I've learned the heading tag today. So I'll practice heading tag today itself. I will not, let me doing this that we are learning the complete HTML. Then I'll start practicing. Probably you'll be never be able to finish that, and that will become more and very difficult. It's impossible to master a complete programming language or complete tech stack completely at once. Then how to master? Just learn one new topic, try to solve one particular problem, try to make one project on the same understanding you have. Then further, if you're stuck that you want that you need more knowledge, then again learn that and again implement. Means learn and implement rule. Simple as that. Learn and implement rule. That will tell you, that will lead you to the successfully completion of particular thing. And the last thing is that where you need to stop. I'm telling you, make a goal while you learning. The goal is that, let's say I was solving one problem, because anyhow I'm telling you, learn to solve problems. Not just learn to that in future you will have a problem and you will solve. You have a particular problem, you want to solve that, and in that way you learn. For example, I want to learn a front-end development. So I will have a one project in my brain that I've already sketched over the copy, and I want that, like how I can code it. So now I'll search on the internet how to make that navigation bar. Then I'll learn the topics which are required for navigation bar. Then I'll learn a topic how to create a form. I'll learn from that. And I'll implement parallelly. And trust me, this can be little hectic, but this is an amazing approach. You'll keep enjoying the things. And the important thing also, when you learn something new, create few funny projects, very very small and few projects. Like when I was in my college, so we were creating one project, and I wanted to master React.js. So I created a Chunky Monkey project. So Chunky Monkey was a very funny name that I was, used to use that time. Chunky Monkey was like, there, what will happen? Somebody will put the name and the photo of one of my friend, and that will be like tell his personality, his funny things and everything. Then I was already done a hard coded and everything, but not was dynamically completely. But that was a fun project. So what will happen when when you laugh over the things that you have created, when you use the things when you create, right? Try to create your own things which you utilize every day. That will push you to learn the things in deep. Okay, anyhow, I created one task scheduler when I was in my college to schedule my multiple tasks and how I'll do my training, how I'll teach the batches, how I'll go to my college, how I arrange everything. So I create the task scheduler for myself, and every day I was thinking like, yeah, this feature, this button I will like. So what I have to do, I have to update it. So do these things. Trust me, these are the amazing way to learn anything new. Whatever you learn, apply it. Learn and apply. The rule number one: learn and apply. Second thing, also one problem I've seen in students, even in the professionals also, they jump into a tutorial hell. What is tutorial hell? They'll go to the YouTube and they'll see like 10-hour series. Okay. And again, somebody will say like there are 120 videos. And what they'll do, there is nothing wrong to watching in this, but nothing wrong. But what the problem is, they'll start from zero, and probably they'll take 10 days or 20 days to complete that thing. But they'll keep watching, they'll keep consuming the content. They're not practicing enough. And that's why what will happen, you'll keep finishing tutorials and tutorials and tutorials, and that tutorial wala game will never lead you to complete master anything. I can guarantee on this thing that if you're not practicing, if you don't have a pen or copy, or you're not using a laptop for the practicing while you're consuming the content from the tutorials, you will not get the things completely. And this tutorial hell, trust me, wastes a lot of time of the people. They feel like, I watched 5 hours video today. But how much knowledge actually you have gained? You just have a hallucination that you have understood completely. But trust me, that is wrong. That is wrong. You haven't consumed it completely. You just passed it. So whenever you are watching, whenever you are following a tutorial, try to break down that particular tutorial or complete series into the practice of problems as well. That I'll complete this one topic, then I'll make my own practice and I'll practice it. Trust me, that will help you to escape tutorial hells. Means that the janjal, that the complete problem, that the stack of tutorial that you keep watching and wasting your time. So you'll come out of that. Now the third thing. Yeah, anyhow, as a beginner level or as a professional level also, how much AI tools we should use to write our code? Because what usually people are doing is that they say like I'll learn little bit of React, and then what I will do is that I'll ask ChatGPT to generate a complete code. And generate the whole app as well. And they're trying to put that code, trying to fix the things, and also they're showing to their friends, look at this, I've created this. And anyhow, you have created this today, but this will give you no sense. Just you are not learning the things. What will happen? You will have just little higher level of overview of the thing. So if you're a student, use AI tools to fix the problems which you are not able to, but do not directly get the code from the AI. For example, I'll also tell you the tools which you can use at a professional level. The first thing is if you're a beginner, I'll suggest to you, if you're a beginner, I request and suggest to everybody that do not use directly written code. Do not copy and paste. Because anyhow, in this way, you are not learning. You're not learning. The AI is being trained, right? And anyhow, what will happen eventually? You will feel like you have spent a lot of time, but you will not anything. You will not feel confident in a particular technology. So first, try to solve by yourself. Try at least maybe it's a correct or wrong code, but at least write by yourself first. Even after spending a lot of time, you're not able to make the solution. You have seen multiple errors. Then ask GPT or any AI tool to fix these problems and understand how it has been fixed. That will be the best way to utilize your UI AI tools. Otherwise, anyhow, you're wasting your time, you're not learning anything. Again, for the professionals also, professionals thing I'll suggest that you know the fundamentals. You don't have to write that code completely by yourself. You can utilize the tools to generate the code which you are already good at. You just focus on the problem solving. You just focus on like how you can design a like new optimized solution because that AI cannot give you, right? So what you can do is that like there is a one good tool also I'll tell you at the end of this video particularly. Also now the fourth thing is that what is the best language and tools that I should master as a web developer, as an app developer, as a software engineer? What is the best language? Trust me, there is a no best language. There is a no best language to master. But there are few popular languages which you can learn based on your interest. Because anyhow, I want that you should create few tools, you should create few apps for yourself as well, which you are utilizing. Trust me, that will give you different kind of push. That in morning you're seeing an alarm which has been created by yourself. You're managing your task from the application that you have created. Start building it. Maybe you will build very well at starting, but eventually with time you'll keep improving, and the day will come when that will be fully functional application. And anyway, how people think about the learning. First thing is that definitely they go at admission of college and that's why they want to learn coding. Second thing is that few people want that they'll create a new application, right? That will help a lot of people. First advantage people can have. Second thing is that they just want to, write the code for their interest. And third thing is that they just want to play around the technology. They really enjoy it for fun part. Like so like try to figure out your interest in which particular domain you are good at and try to start creating application or web application for the same thing. Okay, so once you have figured out your interest, based on your interest, what you will do, you'll figure out a language. Okay, you'll figure out a language, and once you have figured out a language, then you need tools. For example, I'm giving you an example of, let's say, the interest you have interest in, like, you have interest in e-commerce, for example. Okay, so then you want that you will create an e-commerce web application. Now you have to master few technology like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React JS. Then for the backend, Node.js, like the other backend technology as well, right? So you can choose based on that. So if you're going in that field, then languages will learn JavaScript, right? JavaScript. Again, if you want to write the backend in Java, then the language should be Java. So you can have a few popular languages, but there is no language which is best for your career. Okay. Again, it comes to the tools. At starting, you need an ID like VS Code or something, but once you advance in your career, you also need a lot of extensions, a lot of tools. Then, like whatever the problem you're facing, just search on the Google what is the tool for solving this particular challenge in coding, and it will give you an answer. You can use that tool. For example, there is one good tool, AI Copilot. Okay, that is GitHub Copilot, basically AI based. GitHub Copilot. So now a good thing, I'll show you how this works. Also, this is free for students and educators as well. So now, I don't know who's this one. I guess probably I'm just running one series and I have that same folder. But anyway, I will try to write here. Look at this. I just like write. I'll write that like write Java code for checking time. Okay, so now here what will happen, if you write the class or something, so you will have that complete code. Uh, yeah, I don't want the public class. I don't want to teach you Java code, but what will happen, you'll eventually you'll be able to utilize this. Okay, so you'll be able to utilize this. Let's say I'm creating a prime class here. So nothing to do with you, but you can have an automated generated code. So that's what I'm telling you. Look at this. Right now, I was getting suggestions. The complete code I have, the complete code I have. But as a beginner, you shouldn't use this. As a beginner, you shouldn't use this. Okay. But if you are a professional, then you should use this to optimize your time. Okay, so this will give you suggestion like you have written 10 line of code and you want to fix that code. You can select that particular code, ask to the AI Copilot to fix it, to explain you. Use the AI tool for learning purpose, not just for generating only. Do not generate the code, do not use the code which you do not understand. Right? If you're generating code, you must understand it. You must understand it. So this can be a good tool for you anyway. And last but not least, what to learn new. I'll suggest that learn new, like which fascinates you. Like you want to solve a particular problem in future, and think about, search on the Google, what are the best technologies to implement that. Okay, always that the things will be keep coming, the new things will keep coming, and how will you decide what actually meant for you. So in that case, whatever you feel like, so you want to create an application for the people's safety, so you'll search for the technologies by which you can improve the people's safety, right? How you can, reduce the number of accidents. So you can have the problem still in your brain, then you can think about the technologies. But anyhow, the current technology you must focus on the AI and ML. You should go for artificial intelligence, machine learning. You should understand how these complex algorithms are working. So that this can be a new technology which you should focus on. Anyhow, the future demand is rising very fast. So this is what was I wanted to cover in this whole video. And yet remember these four important lessons if you want to really be a good coder. Okay, because anyhow the good coder are the coders who learns very fast. So you have to master how to learn. Second thing, you have to understand how you can skip this tutorial hill. Like multiple tutorials you have and you keep watching. You have to avoid these things. And the third one is that you have to identify that how much AI content you can consume. Right? You should write code by yourself. You just want to copy and paste. Right? So at beginner, do not copy and paste. Understand it, then only use it. Okay, and at the end, figure out your interest. Try to create fun projects that will lead you to the path of success. Yeah, this was I wanted to cover in this whole video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.